All right, what is up, ladies and gents? Op Soldier here today. And today is more of a public service announcement more than anything in Mortal Kombat. This is something I want people to really. Oh, sorry, I clicked off. This is something I really want people to kind of think about going into MK1. Obviously, we're about a month in now at this point, around there. Um, and I kind of wanted to just stress some of my kind of opinions on the state of the game and what the game has kind of evolved into. So there's two different categories and camps of players that have come into MK1, right? So the first category in camp is the MK11 players. Obviously, there's some people that weren't happy with MK11. They don't like MK11, and there are some people who really like MK11. Then you have people who didn't play MK11. They played Mortal Kombat X, right? And every single time, that's all they talk about is Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat X. That's the best one, Mortal Kombat X. That's all you hear, right? I want to make the service announcement that this game isn't for either of these players. It's not for Mortal Kombat 11 players. It's not for Mortal Kombat X players, right? So anytime you hear that things don't have counters or things are a problem, it's been the first month of the game. We don't know what is going on right now. All we know is, yeah, we see characters that do a lot of damage. We see characters running away. Obviously, we figured out a little bit of the meta, right? But we, just a minute ago, like I had, a friend who's really good at the game realize that like Sector might have some setups that we didn't know about, right? So I want to stress before we start talking about like this character is, so strong, they have this crazy pressure, you can't do anything. Or before we start talking about, oh, this character, like, I've heard some things about Katana, like being able to run away forever. When, like, bro, like, dude, uh, like, I mean, yeah, Katana's not gonna be running away from that. Like, if you're Johnny, yeah, she can run away at the life lead, but like, what kind of chip is she gonna be doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's my point. Is like, you know, we have to explore all options. The game is new. This is just like DNF Duel. The same exact thing happened with DNF Duel, where characters or where people were like, Striker's so powerful, yet we barely saw Strikers in top 8. We saw maybe one striker in top 8 every top 8. We saw maybe one, right? So, like, you, the game is new. The game is new. The game is not for MKX players. It's not for people to rush people down 24/7. The game is not for MK11 players. It's not for people to play footsies 24/7. It's not for either of us. It's not. It's a new game. Mortal Kombat very rarely takes upon a lot of legacy. Yes, there are footsies in this game. Yes, there is a lot of powerful rushdown from MKX in this game, but the game is not for either of us. Assists are new. It's not for either of us. I just want to stress this to MK11 players. Trust me, I wanted MK11 2.0. I love the footsies that take place in MK11. I'm more of a Street Fighter-ish MK11 person by heart. I like the footsies that MK11 had. But to act like this game is going to be a lame fest where characters are running away 24/7, or to act like this game is going to be this crazy rushdown where you can't get out of pressure and people are constantly hunting for combos, we got to slow down. It's only been a month. It's only been a month, guys. We're already asking for nerfs, and it's only been a month. Am I saying there are things that are powerful? There are 100% really powerful things. Yes, maybe we should look into Cyrax getting a cooldown, a longer cooldown. Obviously, he adds a lot of pressure to the game. I understand that. I get those things. But I want to stress that this game was not made for you MKX players, and it wasn't made for you MK11. It wasn't made for either of us. It's its own version of a game, and we need to enjoy it for what it is right now. Is it broken? Yes, there's some broken parts with it. Are there some things we don't want to deal with? 100% there's things we don't want to deal with. I'm sure there's a lot of MKX players out there that don't like some of the zoning that takes place in this game, like instant air, projectiles with like Sindel and Matara, all those things. Like, I totally get it. But at the end of the day, the game wasn't made for you. I know you love MKX. I know you want everything to play like MKX. And if I were to be kind of harsh, I feel like MKX, again, I will stress this, has done some irreversible damage where MKX players only want the game to play like MKX. Like, out of the whole camp of players, Injustice 2, MKX, MK11, I've noticed that with the MKX players the most. They want everything to play like MKX. It's not meant for you MKX players. And on that same coin, even though it's less common for MK11, it's not meant for you MK11 players. So this is more of a public service announcement than anything. I'm gonna keep stressing this because people need to understand it's not meant for either of them, right? It's not meant for either of us. It's a new game. Enjoy the game for what it is. Obviously, there's gonna be nerfs and buffs. We can talk about that in the future. It's only been a month. We still have a lot to explore. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about today. Signing off, OPS Soldier. See you guys later.